To find out how you can get BBC Radio Derby on DAB digital radio, go to getdigitalradio.com.
It's just after 10 minutes to 6. Now, Jo Stevens from Swadlincote suffered a stroke 6 years ago at just 35 years of age. But yesterday, she took part in a shark dive alongside 3 other fundraisers and raised nearly £2,000 for the Stroke Association. The team went face-to-face with sand tiger sharks at Blue Planet Aquarium to raise vital funds for the charity. And Jo has joined us now. Welcome to the programme, Jo.
Hi, all right.
Yeah, not bad at all. How did yesterday go?
It was absolutely awesome. It was amazing. So glad I did it.
Have you ever dived before?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's definitely the first time for me.
I was going to say, as soon as the word shark was mentioned, I thought, what on earth was she thinking about? But what are sand tiger sharks like?
Sand tiger sharks, the biggest one yesterday was 12 foot long, and that was a female, and they've got very pointy, sharp teeth. And they move very gracefully through the water. They're absolutely beautiful.
So the beauty came through. How about the fear element? Were you nervous?
Not really, because really they're not going to put us in that tank if the sharks are going to attack us. But then they are animals, so they're quite unpredictable, and you just don't know for certain, do you? So you have to have a very healthy respect for them.
Now, you had a stroke at the age of 35. That's unusual, isn't it?
I was actually 36. It was 5 years ago.
Right, and it is unusual for somebody of your age to suffer a stroke, isn't it? Relatively unusual.
It is less usual for younger people to have strokes. Yes, usually associate strokes with people over sort of 55. But I fell down the stairs at home and I split an artery in my neck. And it was a carotid artery dissection. And then 2 weeks later, I didn't realise I'd done this, and 2 weeks later I started to get a really nasty headache. And then all of a sudden started to feel very ill indeed, and then had a stroke, yeah.
And how did that impact on your life?
Massively. It took my vision straight away. So I have got a condition called harmonious heminopia. So I have recently got my driving licence back, which is absolutely fantastic because it does take your independence. And it also affects your social skills because obviously you have that period of time when you're healing, when you can't go to work. So it has a massive impact on your life. And therefore, you know, your job and finances, and also an impact on your family as well and friends because, you know, they step in to care for you and help you with your recovery.
Now, there are lots of ways of coming up with raising funds for a particular charity, the Stroke Association in this case. Who was it came up with the idea of swimming with sharks, basically?
Well, it was myself. I absolutely love sharks. I love Jaws, my favourite film, obviously. And I was looking for a challenge because we normally do cycling challenges for the Stroke Association. But I went onto their website and saw this one, and I thought, well, I love sharks, I love water. Well, we'll have a go at that. So I've got some friends who are just as crazy as I am, and so I got a group of friends together, and we all agreed we'd go for it. So, you know, why not?
Absolutely brilliant. It's been a memorable experience for you. But the charity itself, the Stroke Association, what kind of things do they do?
The Stroke Association is very, very good. They help people with all sorts of things, whether it's from helping to organise care in the home for people who've had strokes and they don't have family and friends to look after them. If you're of working age and you have problems with work, as in sick pay, all that kind of thing, they will help with that. They will step in and help to organise benefits. So you name it, and they will try and help in any way they can. They're a very versatile charity.
Now, of course, you were at the Blue Planet Aquarium this time, but I mean, if you go really exotic with your love of sharks, do you fancy off the coast of South Africa in one of those steel cages to face white sharks?
Do you know what? I'm up for a challenge. Never say never. You only live once. You've just got to grab life by both hands and live the hell out of it.
Well, you're an inspiration in that respect. What else have you got planned for this year, realistically?
So this year, well, I'm going to go back into rowing in the next couple of weeks. I've fractured my tibia in my leg running and doing circuit training, so I've been off rowing for a little while. Oh. But one of the things I did as part of my stroke recovery, I joined a rowing club, which is Trent Rowing Club in Burn-upon-Trent, and they've been fantastic with helping me get fit, and rowing backwards as well is interesting when you've got a visual impairment. So I should be going back there in a couple of weeks to start winter training.
It's been so good talking to you, Jo. Thank you very much indeed. And good luck with your future fundraising and all the things that you seem to do.
Thank you.
Joe Stevens there from Swadlincote. That was a shark dive alongside 3 other fundraisers at the Blue Planet Aquarium, face to face with sand tiger sharks. You never know what she might do in the future, but £2,000 was raised on this occasion, and more power to her elbow. It's 5 minutes, just after 5 minutes to 6.